name is Justin Jones, and my co-host is David Dugan,
What's up, guys?
and we're the Unknown Life podcast, where we talk about our entrepreneurial adventures, news about the luxurious lifestyle, corporate finance, and real estate. And today we are talking about the 2022 Mercedes-Benz EQS, the increase in lumber and construction supplies for real estate, and the deli shop that was valued at $100 million. Let's get into it. The new Mercedes EQS is 100% electric, and it has the same body as the S Class. It's got 516 horsepower, 611 pound-feet of torque. It's got a high range of 478 miles. From what you can see, David, what do you think about it?
I love it. I like the two tone look. I don't know if they're all gonna come like that, but I really I really like that two tone look. I would say most cars don't look good without a real grill on them. Like I don't like the how Tesla doesn't have the real grill
Yeah.
because there's no need for it. But I like how they've got almost like a fake grill on there that actually looks pretty cool. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Especially how futuristic the interior looks with a big.
Yeah.
It's almost like it looks like it's three separate screens.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you got your speedometer, your center dash, and the passenger's got one too. But it looks like they're all one screen. I don't know. It's just a really cool.
it's 56-inch curved glass across that whole entire front.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I like how they went off the S class body style.
Yeah.
It's just overall very, especially the interior. I think that's leather. Um, I like the way they did the stitching on that.
Yeah.
That little like diamond pattern.
I mean, I heard that it's the most aerodynamic production car to date.
That's interesting. That
Yeah.
would be interesting. I'm not sure how though. It doesn't have any special like like a lot of them got like spoilers and stuff like that that come up with the wind and
Or like aero resistant,
air
maybe.
resistant. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
that's probably,
sense.
yeah.
It's a sleek looking car. I mean, Benzes they're like the
Yeah.
S classes. They're heavy. They're heavy. So
Hmm.
they kind of need that. I mean, obviously, if it's making 516 horsepower, 611 pound-feet of torque, it's still pretty quick. But that kind of puts it up to current standards, even though it is electric, right? But
Yeah.
the S classes that are out now already make around that much horsepower.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Actually, what do they make? 2018 S class horsepower, 362 to 621. So yeah, they're around that horsepower,
Yeah.
depending on what you get. But I would expect it to have a little bit more torque than that with it being electric.
Hmm.
But the range is ridiculously good for the size of a car it is. I mean, you get almost 500 miles out of that.
Yeah. The car, like, I guess the computer tracks, like, how you react to things,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will, like, it's able to guess what you're going to do, and it's going to make decisions like you and not like a computer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that's kind of freaky.
It just learns your driving. It's weirdly shaped like a Tesla from the side view.
A little
It's
bit.
so weirdly shaped. Like I don't know. I'm looking at the side view. It just looks like a Tesla. But I like from the front. I really like the front. The I do. What is the augmented reality?
Oh, so, like, uh, so, like, the driver's screen,
Yeah, it
like,
has arrows that point like which way to turn, stuff like
yeah,
that.
so it'll, like, it'll have a camera that's showing, like, the front, and, like, it'll literally put an arrow in the, like, screen and show you where to, like, you need to go.
Yeah,
So it's just like 3D directions, pretty much.
that's pretty cool.
The 2021 Cadillac Escalade had it. But they're doing something with Garmin to where it can, like, the seat will, like, do something to wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
And it also can,
How
like,
does that
make
work?
the Mercedes Me app, the smartwatch sends vital data of the wearer to the coach, including pulse rate, stress level, and sleep quality. The pulse rate recorded by the integrated Garmin wearable is shown in the center display.
Hmm.
So I guess the Garmin watch will be connected to the thing, and it'll, like, tell the car what they need to do. If the driver says, I am stressed, the Joy program will be launched. If the driver says, I'm tired, they are then prompted to take a break the Vitality program.
Said if the driver says I'm stressed, the Joy program will begin.
Oh yeah, and then it's like gonna like put like ocean sounds on, I guess, and like
What?
yeah, I can see it on the screen. It's got like the ocean.
Yeah. They call it the Joy program.
Sounds of sea will produce soft music soundscapes, wave sounds and seagull sounds. Blasts of air from the air conditioning system completes the effect. Meanwhile, summer
What?
rain.
So they try to make it
Meanwhile,
like you're on a ocean or
oh
on
yeah,
a
to calm you
beach.
down. Meanwhile, summer rain offers up sounds of raindrops on leafy canopies, distant thunder, pattering rain, and ambient music soundscapes. So pretty
I
much you just got
wonder.
an IMAX in a car.
I wonder how useful that'll be. Like how many people actually use that feature? Because I don't ever see myself being like, yeah, I'm stressed. I want to see a picture of the beach and have air blown in my face. I mean, I feel like it's a cool feature to show everybody, but I don't know how
Yeah,
many people are actually gonna use it. But I mean,
yeah,
who knows? It might be a lot cooler than we think because they obviously don't have a demo on here or anything that we can look at.
yeah.
But
The price is unknown, but I'm sure it's gonna
it's gonna
just
be
like
okay.
the new S class is starting at 120, or like a 110 to 120. I'm sure this one's gonna be like a 130 probably.
Yeah, the 2020 S Class is $94,000 starting, obviously. And,
Well, then the 2021 one, or like that's what this car is based off
oh
of,
yeah, yeah,
because they like revamped it and like they got that
gotcha.
big screen on it.
Yeah, man, I love the front end of the. See, I do miss the grill. I know I was saying earlier how I really liked how they did the grill on that, but I do think it looks a lot cooler with their aggressive. Uh,
Yeah. 'Cause they also
grill.
then a couple days later they released the like GLS version of it.
GLS is the high end, right? Or is that the
That's just like the
that's the
SUV.
okay? Oh yeah, it's the SUV. Gotcha. I don't know, man. I don't like how they put so much chrome on it. Like, get rid of the chrome. Nobody likes chrome anymore. I don't.
I don't really like chrome unless it's like aluminum.
I spend so much time doing chrome deletes. I know people don't like chrome, but they got chrome on everything. I don't know. It's still overall, it's a very nice car. I mean, if I had the money and it was between this or a Tesla, obviously this is gonna blow.
I'll take this over a Tesla
Yeah, blow a Tesla out the
instantly.
water. Now, unless you wanted the auto driving feature, different
Yeah.
story. But
Did you see videos on the full self driving?
no, I haven't.
It like, I mean, it looks pretty good. Like it was making. I mean, it took a while, but like it knew what to do. And like they've been. I heard they kicked off people like of the beta because like there's a camera inside and like they can see if you're on your phone and they kicked people off on their
Because they were
phones.
on their phone. That's what's kind of scary to me, though. Like,
Yeah, I was like,
they
what?
got a cat. They are watching people from inside their cars. Like, you got some, and you don't even know it. But you got somebody sitting there reviewing all their. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Still pretty cool,
yeah,
self-driving. But at what risk? I mean, at what cost? What cost of privacy?
yeah.
You know?
All right, the next thing we were talking about is like lumber futures and how insanely high they have gotten due to the housing bubble. I mean, the prices of lumber uh fourfolded within like a past year.
Yeah, I know. For instance, when I was back when COVID first started, we had a few projects that we were doing. We were buying 2x4s. They were $3, $3 a 2x4. Now, fast forward to December, or I think it was a little earlier than December, but towards the end of last year, they were $7 a 2x4, and I believe they're over 10 now.
Damn.
and it's just crazy how quickly it just skyrockets, and you see that.
I saw this meme. It was like I saw a billionaire on the road today, and he just had a bunch of 2x4s in a trailer.
He spent all his money on that.
But cause like the builders, like they're like wanting people. They want. I guess it's they need 2 million homes to be built. Or like I think they created a plan for the building of 2 million homes. And like I guess the National Association of Home Builders, like I mean the confidence index has been raising up for like how confident they're in like building homes and
Yeah,
stuff like that. But I mean last April was 50 was below 50.
I don't
So
know. I don't.
it's been raising.
I don't know how they get the lumber to build these. I mean, obviously it's at a premium, but that just screws up the housing market. Now the housing
Yeah.
market gets shoved up. The
Well
price
also a
up.
part of this is like where they get their wood.
Hmm.
They it's like the like some bugs since of like temperatures rising and everything in the winters
Hmm.
in Canada, like the termites have been spreading throughout the
Infesting
trees and
them.
like oh mountain beetles to spread more and leave worthless trees. So
Really,
that isn't
I
helping.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. That's a good point, though. But you would think that they have some sort of pesticide to prevent that because they have all these pesticides for these, like,
Fruits and
yeah, all the different types of fruits and stuff. But you never know. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't see it coming down anytime soon because that's not something you just bounce back from out of nowhere if there aren't trees being cut down. It doesn't seem like because most of the world's reopened, right?
yeah.
Most of the businesses have gone back into business. A lot of people are back in full effect, but we're not seeing that price decrease for the wood. I may be wrong. I may not know. It might be other countries that we're still getting lumber from or
Yeah.
where because not everything is supplied in the U.S. But
I did see that they were maybe thinking about getting lumber from Europe.
yeah, if they could drop the price down.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. That also goes to say, like, is the housing market really in a bubble or is this here to stay? Because will lumber prices drop back down? Will they continue to stay where they're at?
I mean, what do you think? I don't know.
I'm kind of at a loss. I would like to say that they would return to normal, but I really don't think they'll go back down to what it used to be before. I just don't see that happening. Because that's part of just how inflation typically sets in. Like,
Yeah.
obviously the value of the dollar is worth less because so much money has been printed these past few years, or not past,
Yeah.
yeah, past few, especially the past year since COVID. But you do have um, inflation on top of that. And when it comes back down, all said and done, you think we're in a bubble, but then the price drops and the new normal is higher than it was before. So really, we were in a bubble, but it's not as big of a bubble as you would think because of inflation. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, cause I was watching this one Ryan Serhant video. You know who he is?
Name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've
He's like
watched
a
any of his stuff.
he's a real estate agent, and he sells like $1 billion a year in New York City.
Jeez.
He's humongous, but he was saying that like ever since like 2008, like buyer confidence has been super low. Like it's never gone back up since 2008.
Probably won't. I mean, it will, but it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, and that's like where the building of homes and
Hmm.
all this comes together.
I mean, I'm looking here at the lumber price for the
Yeah,
Nasdaq on. I don't. Is these what are these? Are these futures? What is
yeah,
this?
these are futures.
Futures? Because it's. I mean, if you look at the 1 year time frame, it's just ridiculous how far down it was versus now. It's a
Yeah,
four times jump. And if you look 5 years, I mean, the lowest it was 5 years ago was
two ninety six.
yeah, and we about started there in 2020. about a
Yeah.
year ago. We were at 307. So I don't know. They might jump back down. I don't think so. But
That is
overall,
insane how high.
I mean, if you look at the full graph, right, which goes all the way back to 2012, and you're looking, it starts at 240, and then slowly peaks up to about 390, 400, and goes back down, back up, all the way up to 600,
Stable.
and then so it fluctuates, around that 300 to $500 range pretty frequently over the course of several years. Now all of a sudden 2020 comes and you have a huge dip, and I'm assuming that's when everything closed or something like that. Or no, this was
That was.
yeah,
Oh
this
yeah,
was
yeah.
back in 4/27. So that was the end of April, January, February, March, April. Yeah, April. It dropped 308, and now we're sitting at $1,300. Just about, or well, it's $1,200. $1,200. My bad.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you go from that to 4x. Um, I just don't see how inflation won't kick in and keep that price propped up at least above
Yeah. It might
above the
drop
holding average.
like down to like 800, but I
I'm
don't think
just
it's going back to.
so unsure of where the market will head. I mean, I never thought about the warmer winter causing mountain beetles to spread more, and then that being effect of the lumber. But it's weird that we're just now seeing that effect though, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that's been happening.
Yeah.
We've been having warmer winters for the past like 5 years, so that's definitely not hitting us right now. Obviously, it does have some sort of cause to this, I guess you could say, but
Yeah.
definitely not. COVID's really been the key factor.
Hmm. What do you think about real estate development, David?
I think it's a good business to be in. Um, not so much right now because I do know that a lot of the developers have to raise their prices, and they have obviously it's difficult because you have tighter profit margins right now with um, the way these building costs are going up. So I don't really know if they're making more money or not. I would assume that they aren't, because last I heard from somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that the builders are having issues because they're having to close their profit margins on these houses.
Yeah.
So I do feel like it's affecting them. Might not be though. I'm not in that market, so I don't know. But overall, I don't see it ever being a bad thing to be in, especially with people are always going to need more houses. There's always going to be more people. Old stuff gets torn down, and they need new houses. Real estate development's a great place to be in. I feel like it's going to continue to skyrocket. Over the course of the next several decades. It's just not. There's no downside really.
Yeah. True. All right, and then the next thing is a couple weeks ago, CNBC came out with a post about this deli shop that was valued at $100 million. It's just a normal deli shop in New Jersey, and it's owned by like this company called Hometown International, and it's got a market cap of like 105, and this is its only asset in like some stock trading. And literally,
I saw this.
oh, you did see this?
Yes, I saw this like 3 or 4 days ago. I didn't look into it, but saying that they only made $35,000 in sales in the past 2 years. I don't know how a deli shop stays alive only making that much. I don't know if that's their full time job or what, but that's not much money. Especially once you cut out any sort of expenses of buying the product, stuff like that. I mean, I can imagine,
Mm-hmm.
they're left with probably half that, if that. So I don't know. I don't know how something like that even becomes valued at $1 million. Just it's all because of their stock, correct?
Yeah, by the holding company.
Pleaded guilty in shell company scheme.
Yeah, the when I first saw this, I'm like, this is like money laundering or something
Yeah,
totally illegal.
pleaded guilty to federal crimes related to shell company scams, listed as an attorney in early financial documents filled by New Jersey firm. Stock valuation. Yeah, that is definitely some sort of money laundering or something there.
And even one of the better things about it is that the CEO, CFO, treasurer, and director is the wrestling coach of the next door high school.
Jeez, that's funny.
And then
Oh, okay.
also, while the deli was closed, it went up. There's Hometown International went up 180%.
Jeez, 180%. That's definitely some sort of scam.
Yeah. And then, like, I guess I've never heard of him, but David Einhorn, he said the pastrami must be amazing.
The pastrami. Yeah, no, the people shelling out all their money for that.
Oh yeah,
Definitely worth it. I wonder how they get away
totally.
with that so easy.
I don't know. I'm like, you have to be so creative for stuff like that where you can't get caught.
I mean, that obviously they do it all the time. There's all these ways around it, and they just have.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of businesses. I mean, it's common for that for a business just to be money laundering business. They've got their one service that they offer, and they don't do much sales, but they they wash money. That's for sure.
See, when you get to a certain point, like the SEC or the IRS can totally see. That's when they come after you. It's like when you get something's wrong.
Yeah, when you start getting too big.
I saw this one dude, like he had like hundreds and hundreds of credit cards, or I don't know, it was like his credit card rewards.
Hmm.
Like I think it was a cash. It was like in gift cards. Like he got gift cards or something like that.
Hmm.
And he had $6 million in like gift cards, and like the like IRS like saw it, and then like they like opened up a trial on him for something going against like the credit card statement or something like that.
That's definitely a scam. And gift cards, six
Yeah, and
million
like
in gift cards.
something like that.
It's like one of them Nigerian scams where they get you to buy gift cards to. That's definitely like a money laundering. That's an easy way to steal money because you can't. Somebody else bought the gift card. You can't trace who bought it and all that nonsense. But
Yeah, I know.
man.
Like I've been watching FBI, like the TV show,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just no way that someone nowadays just can't get caught. Like they can pull
They go.
so many different things on you.
They can go for a while. They'll go for a while. They'll have a good run, but they eventually get caught.
Yeah,
You eventually get caught. Everyone's trying to get away around.
yeah,
I know there are plenty of people who definitely don't do taxes like they're supposed to. They write everything off and they don't, write things off that they're not allowed to, and they get away with it for several years, and then the IRS catches on it, and they owe back pay and fines and fees, and then they get taken to court, and
yeah.
eventually catches up to you.
True that. All right, guys, that is the end of the episode. It has been a really short episode, but I hope you guys enjoy your
Short and
day.
quick.
All right,
Yeah.
peace.
You guys have a good one.